Welcome to Matters Financial and Geopolitical from a Frontier. I apologise for my absence on Monday, and on Tuesday yesterday I took a trip down the Rift Valley to Old Carrier, and I'll come to that momentarily. I was at a presidential function, groundbreaking ceremony for Old Carrier 6. Let's move on to Africa. This mansion was built by Samuel Doe, the Liberian military despotic president. It was scheduled to be opened during his 39th birthday. He was, however, killed 4 months to his birthday. This is from History Kenya, when Vasco de Gama came calling. Gabon President Ali Bongo on Monday made his first appearance since falling ill nearly 6 weeks ago in a video shared by the presidency from his medical leave in Morocco. This, you can't make it up, and you've got the Nigerian president confounding, well, that is not a clone, but actually, if you look at the photographs, it looks very different. African markets year-to-date performance. Zimbabwe plus 61.75%, but that's all because of the dislocation. Malawi plus 24.1%, Tunisia plus 16.27%, Ivory Coast minus 31.5%, Nigeria minus 19.27%, and South Africa minus 14.86%. It's been a tough year. Voila, the government decree designating Congolese cobalt, coltan, and germanium as strategic minerals, and therefore subject to a 10% royalty. It took them longer than expected to pull the trigger, but it's done. South Africa GDP rose by an annualized 2.2% in the 3 months through September, compared with a revised 0.4% contraction in the prior quarter. Biggest drivers of quarterly growth were increases in manufacturing output, which rose 7.5%, and agriculture, which surged 6.5%. And I've spoken about the importance of agriculture before, particularly in Africa. Despite the rebound, the underlying economy remains weak, with the central bank and the National Treasury forecasting annual growth of less than 1% for the year. The economy hasn't grown by more than 2% a year since 2013 and is struggling to gain momentum, despite political changes which boosted investor confidence. Rand gained as much as 1.1% before paring the advanced trade at 13.5655, but it's the strongest level in 4 months, but it's meant profit taking. South Africa suffered a 5th day of scheduled power blackouts on Monday as the state electricity monopoly, Eskom, took action to prevent a collapse of the national grid. Political meddling at Eskom has basically rendered it a hopeless strategic asset that holds the whole country to ransom. You could say that about many parastatals in Africa. Ferial Haffajee tweeted about Cyril: clean up at SARS, undergoing new NPA boss, yes, new leadership at Eskom, Transnet, Prasa, SABC, Denel, SAA and SA Express, yes, investment summit, yes, job summit, yes, stimulus plan, yes, SAPS commissioner, yes, Zondo commission of inquiry, yes, Nutrient commission of inquiry, yes, and that is moved with some dispatch. South African all share down 12.22% year to date. Dollar versus Rand, I wouldn't get carried away to the upside just yet on the Rand. Egyptian pound 17.902. Nigeria's Buhari denies dying and being replaced by a lookalike. Denied claims that he had died and been replaced by a Sudanese imposter, breaking his silence on a rumor that has circulated on social media for months. Buhari, who's running for re-election in February, spent 5 months in Britain last year being treated for an undisclosed illness. One theory widely aired on social media by some political opponents was that he'd been replaced by a lookalike from Sudan called Jibril. It's real, me, I assure you. I will soon celebrate my 76th birthday and I will still go strong, he said. A lot of people hope that I died during my ill health, but those people who spread the rumor were ignorant and irreligious. Carlyle's travails over Diamond Bank showcase the hassles of investing in Nigeria's banking sector. That's from Paul Wallace. Have a look. Nigerian all share down 18.92% year to date. Ghana Stock Exchange down 1.7% year to date. Kenyan authorities will conduct an investor roadshow in the first quarter of next year to market an international debt offering. This is the Treasury Principal Secretary Kamal Thuge. Government plans to sell shilling-denominated bonds, but is yet to decide what type of instrument it will offer. It's also considering green bonds and euro bonds, he said. This is the size and evolution of Kenya's debt as presented by the Institute of Economic Affairs here in Kenya at the Kenya Chamber discussion that I participated in, where I said government should cut its taxes in order to collect more. 21 million litres of fuel cannot just disappear. If it was not lost through leakages, it would be a massive environmental mess that nobody could miss. Indeed. Nairobi oil shares down 14.43% year to date. Oman's largest cement manufacturer, Raysut Cement, has made a 10.2 billion shilling bid to acquire troubled ARM cement. The acquisition is estimated to be valued at over $100 million. The current market cap, because it was actually suspended, is about $50 million. Bamburi Cement issued a profits warning. Expected decrease is mainly attributable to difficult market conditions as well as escalating international energy prices in both Kenya and Uganda. That's now reversed, increasing power costs in Kenya. Additional provisions, mainly receivables in Uganda. Trades on a trading P ratio of 31.993, which is about triple the average of the NSE. NSE 20 down 24.53% year to date. Have a look at my interview with Sneha Shah of Azuri Technologies. This is the off-grid renewable power sector, solar power sector in Africa, and they've really made giant strides in that area as well. Worth having a listen. Each cow needs at least 10 acres of land to be healthy. A herder was shot dead when police tried to confiscate his cattle after they invaded one of the ranches last week. This is Laikipia, where you have this ongoing battle between pastoralists and landowners. And right now it's very dry out there. The November rains have failed, and if it doesn't rain between now and April, the situation is going to get worse, I hope.